Om friends. Today I am going to do the chart analysis of Shri Cyrus Mistry, ex-chairman of Tata Sons, who had a controversial stint in that company and who passed away recently, very suddenly in a tragic car accident. First of all, I pay homage to him and condole his death. And my thoughts and prayers are with his wife and young daughter. Now, Cyrus Mistry was born in a very rich family. His father, Palonji Mistry, itself, by his own right, is a very established businessman, and they have a thriving contractual company or contractor. They do buildings, centralized air conditioning jobs, and they themselves hold a huge stake in Tata Sons. So, Ratan Tata made him the chairman of Tata Sons, I think after he stepped down himself. Cyrus Mistry is also a Parsi, like Ratan Tata. May have been some soft spots for him. That is okay. But what needs to be seen is, while giving such a major job, is the person capable? And that can be known by the chart very clearly. Now, Cyrus was ascendant Gemini with Sun, Mars, Mercury in its Lord house and Venus in his Lagna house. All 4 planets in his Lagna house, so that makes him one who is very, very lucky, courageous, born with a silver spoon in his mouth, soft, sophisticated, enjoy life, roam all over the world, just be a prince, but argumentative. In a good way, not your typical street fighter, but when upset, he would argue. And this also makes him a Mangalik, gives him Mangal dosh. So his Lagna house itself makes him out to be a person who would not get along with too many people. And the world didn't know of this because till date he was just working in his father's company, and that is basically his own company, and not working but getting work done by their professional managers. His 3rd house of Jupiter, of Leo, has Jupiter, and that means excellence in education, again wealth, very good family, legally very, very lucky, though you can't compare him with Ratan Tata, and a sort of a prince. He would not be good at working himself, but would have people working for him. His father is extremely lucky to have such a son, and vice versa. And astrologically, they are both responsible for each other's wealth. Also, he would get a lot of happiness from his children. He would have healthy children. And mind you, he would be a very good husband, but would scant have time for his spouse. Now, after his 3rd house, we come to his 4th house of Virgo, which has Ketu and Moon. So basically makes him mentally strong. Mother auspicious for him, though sometimes he would have some up and down relations with her. Relations could be soured from time to time, but nothing serious. And also immense wealth from inheritances. But he would not be concerned about it. He would be oblivious to it and only be interested in making his own money. But such people make money by investment. The money is made via the investments multiplying over years, not by hard work on industry floors or corporate boardrooms. Now, after his 4th house Ketu, we directly come to his 10th house of Pisces, which has Rahu. This gives him Khalsar dosh. There is no other planet between his 4th house Ketu and 10th house Rahu. Though Rahu gives him a lot of wealth, a lot of money, a sudden wealth, without notice, least expected. In fact, his father would have become very rich in his business because he was born in their house. But it also gives him Khalsar dosh. And basically, what that Khalsar dosh does for him is, he would not be there in his his married life. Either he would not have any time or he would not be physically there. So despite being married and having children, he would be absent. And that is why we lost him so suddenly and without notice. And he is no longer there for his loved ones. Now I come to the planet, the deciding planet around which his life revolved at present. Despite his powerful Lagna house, that is his 11th house of Aries has Saturn, very weak Saturn, but debilitation, in debilitation. Now what this does is, this placement becomes very interesting because right now he is going through his Saturn Mahadasha from 2008. And during this time he was made chairman of Tata Sons. Now very frankly I'll tell you, if Ratan Tata had come to me and I had seen Cyrus Mistry's chart, I have told him, don't make him chairman, he will not last. But they don't believe in astrologers. They think it's junk science. No, it's not. Proof is in the pudding. He was made the chairman of Tata Sons. He was unable to manage the company. There were board fights and he was unceremoniously shunted, and the case went all the way to the Supreme Court. Now, people with debilitated Saturn, what happens is they cannot, due to their own hard work, achieve the level of success that they want. In fact, there is career frustration and distress. That is why nobody had heard about Cyrus Mistry before Ratan Tata made him chairman of Tata Sons. And I would think that this is the second mistake, most honorably to the great Ratan Tata, I would say, that he had made by making him chairman of Tata Sons, the first being introducing Tata Nano. Because in this populated country of ours, there is no space for a cheap 30,000 rupee, 40,000 rupee car. Cars should be made expensive here because there is no space on the road. So anyway, great people also do make mistakes, but they learn from it. That is the greatness of Ratan Tata. But unfortunately, Tata misread him and maybe was a little emotional, as he was a fellow Parsi from a good reputed family. Maybe there was some pressure on Ratan Tata, he was getting old. Cyrus Mistry's family had a big share in Tata Sons already, and maybe his resume looked nice, but resumes don't matter, the person mattered. And when a person is going through his Saturn, debilitated Saturn Mahadasha as he was in the 11th house, that means he would not be able to be professionally successful in a company, in a professionally managed company like the Tata Sons. There is no way he would have stuck. To be at that post is like an IAS, a senior, a very, very senior IAS officer job. And I have told many times, I have seen no very senior IAS officer who has debilitated Saturn. In fact, there is no IAS, no person who gets selected in the IAS with debilitated Saturn. If there is one, you please bring out the case to me. It will be a very interesting case study. Now, what happened was that his Saturn Mahadasha, the worst period in his life, had started from 2008 till 27, and he was not able to complete it. It was debilitated. He must have been in a lot of stress, professional distress, and he was not able to meet the requirements of being the chairman of Tata Sons. For that, you need to be ultra active, on your foot, with ideas, coming to your mind here and there, solving problems on the go. Saturn in debilitation makes the person think a lot but not take action, and also makes him a little lazy. So, in the 11th house, it also brought him a lot of professional disrepute. So, trouble, bad name, and failure in his job. Now, sadly, when he passed away, he could not complete his Saturn Mahadasha, as he was going through his Saturn Rahu Antardasha, and with Kalsar Dosh and debilitated Saturn, This was a very dangerous time for him, and no wonder suddenly it took him away from us. Hari Om, friends, and Jai Hind. May his soul rest in peace.